Right, I'm going to do a little ghost box. Just came from John's channel, Legacy Paranormal TV. He's actually decided to close it down because he's gone out on a little infest, apparently. Dave might come on maybe a bit later, I'm not sure. So I thought, it's still early. It's only like 1 o'clock just gone. And you know me, I could go to bed and, try to get an early night, but, I like to try to do a little bit more. So I'm going to do a ghost box session. I've asked Dave if he wants to come on, but he's going to have a break. And he said he might come on, he might not. So if Dave comes on, he can come on and do a ghost box session. If he doesn't, then fine. Maybe he might have an early night, I don't know. So in a minute, we'll stick the ghost box on. Not worth asking John to come on because he's going out on an infest anyway. Probably see if Lindsay wants to come on. What's that, Lindsay? Anyway, right. So only got one person watching. That's Ian. Hello, Aaron. 2 persons watching, 3 persons watching. So I don't know who the other person is. Yeah, we'll do a little ghost box session. So I'm not really tired yet. Yeah, Lindsay's going to come on. I need to sort this out. Oh, there's so much stuff out today, it's unbelievable. So I was able to modify my other ghost boxes, and although this one has got the hiss, so I can turn the hiss down, it didn't have the cable, so I can actually plug it into the amp. I can now plug this in the amp and turn the hiss on and off. So the Cookbox 16 has now got a jack plug coming out of it, so I can plug that in and put it through the amp. Also, I modified this one. Although this already had a jack plug on it, I was able to mod it to have the hiss on and off as well. But this one, it does cut the hiss down, but only halfway. You can still hear the white noise and the hiss coming through, but it's not as bad as it used to be. And I also done it in my crystal box. This one does scan, but it doesn't scan and pick up as many channels as the other 2 does, but it still does work. And I've also managed to put the hiss button on this one and the jack plug. So when I do a ghost box on this one, the hiss I think works pretty good on this one. I can't remember if it's that one or the Cookbox. I know one of them, the hiss does cut down quite a lot, but one of them has the hiss still on the background. But they both work anyway, and they both work with a jack plug as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run maybe Cookbox 16. Now I've got the cable connected. So let's stick Cookbox 16 on. Lost the key. I'm always losing the fucking key. Where's the key? Lost the key again. Well, I did do a video earlier as well, if you didn't watch it, of me showing most of the gear that I've actually built myself. So if you haven't seen that, check it out if you want to. I'm not saying I'm going to be building more stuff to sell. I will be building some more stuff, yes, but it'll be for my own use. Because I want to start building some more EM pumps and some more static detectors. I might build myself another 7-in-1 box or 5-in-1 box, because I only ever built 2 of those. And I wished I kept one actually, but I never did. Dave had one, Living Dead Paranormal had one. Living Dead Paranormal had a 7-in-1 box, and Dave Demlo had the 5-in-1, and I never kept one myself. So I'm thinking about building another 5 or 7-in-1 box. No, actually, it's actually got the key on top, would you believe? So. Okay, this one. Hello. I think it's got a problem with the cable. We ain't going to use that one. It's a problem with the cable, I think. So we'll have to use the Cookbox 14 like we normally use. I'll have to check that one out tomorrow. I might just turn that down for a minute. Hello? Steve. Who said Steve? Did I hear Steve? Who's with us tonight? Anyone come through and talk to me tonight? Yeah, it's definitely clears the static down on that one. Come on, to have a chat with you guys. Are you going to talk to me? Hello? Has anyone got anything to say? I've been busy sorting out the radios today. You've been watching me. Right.
How's it going?
Yeah, not too bad. I was on John's a little while ago for a couple of hours. Me, John, and Dave. I've asked Dave if he wants to come on, but he said he's going to take a break. He might come on, he might not. Who's with us tonight?
What's that?
Can you say hello to Lindsay? Can you say his name even? Can you say Lindsay? Yeah. So I'm shut the window. I'm just wondering how every time I do a ghost box, what I hear upstairs. And the windows are
Here's my terrible.
Well, I didn't get to show that. I was going to show some that, which is one of the old things we used to use in the old days. The quick camera.
I'm gonna mute and roll my smoke real quick.
Pacific.
Yeah, I heard you say my name that time. What do you got something to tell me, spirits?
Contact. Nothing.
Hurry.
The right. Neck.
Headline.
No. Album.
Right.
There's no.
What?
Heads up about what?
You ball. Caliber. Forward. Barb.
Need to.
You tell him. Wing. West. Made the Right. Side.
Only. Thanks. Oh.
Wait.
Who's here with us?
You are.
You are. I'm with you. I'm with you. Who's with me?
And look.
Can you tell me who's with me? Thank you very much, Michael. Appreciate that, mate.
Together.
You can.
Smooth.
Can you say thank you to Michael Spirits for the donation?
Think.
That's just a thank you. That's a thank you. Like, can you say thank you for Michael? Right. Thank you.
As well. You might. The
Say Michael. Can you say Michael? You said thank you. Can you say Michael? Or Mike?
600.
600. Oh, I wish someone would give me 600. Thank you again, Michael. That's two.
Boy.
Is that the same or is that two done? Two £10. Fucking hell, Michael. Thanks. Right, Michael, for that, yeah.
What's that?
I can't say when, but when I make some more of these, I'll send you one of these. The Seth boxes, they're fucking excellent. And I'll just give you a quick rundown of what it does. It's sound, vibration, and if you get a cold spot, just a cold air will set it off. So when I get some made up, I'll send you one of these as a token of thank you. Don't ask me when, because I don't know if I've got to make sure I've got all the components first.
Long.
And it takes a while to do.
That's
So I've got to test them out when I do them. But as you've done that for me, thank you very much. That's paid the cost of the StreamYard today. Don't have to keep fucking donating. That's 30 quid, man. Yeah, hello. So that'll be a new device for your collection then. No, I'll tell you how they work. Ask Dave about the Seth box. Ask Dave Dimlow when he comes on. Yeah, tell you, guarantee they work. Oh yeah, I've got to send what's the name of the message? Travis. Who I can find him.
Lily.
Tea.
No, it's coffee, not tea.
Good. Now.
I lost It is.
Go.
Hold on.
Count.
Michael, you don't have to keep giving that money, mate. I appreciate it, but don't keep sending out money, man. You know, do it for PayPal and not this, because I'm getting like fucking. I'll get 30% taken off this. Do it PayPal if you want. I appreciate it anyway, yeah. Do appreciate it.
No.
Hello, Panel Wells.
Yes.
I don't know what the message was.
Make
That one.
The cat.
back. They say.
That's a Dave. Who? What Dave you talking about?
This.
What Dave you talking about?
Late. Drop.
All right, I'll catch you later, Michael. Thanks for those donations. Yeah, appreciate that. I'll get one of those out to you when I've done one. And if I've got enough,
Fine.
I'll try to do another EM pump for you. I've got your address, so I'll sort something out for you during the week. Not the weekend, because I'm going to be busy this weekend, but I'll sort something out during the week, and I'll send it out to you. I'm still waiting to hear Lindsay's name being said. Did you hear that? I'm sure that said smoking can kill. No, that Seth box, I'll send you one free because you've done these donations. So when I've actually made one, I'll send it to you free. That one, and the EM pump. If I ain't got the magnets. That's the only problem with EM pumps. I've got to order some magnets because that's what is one of the parts for an EM pump, and that can take up to a week to get here. So I need to make some more EM pumps myself, actually, because I've only got 3. Someone might tell me, well, 3's enough in it, but no, not for my bloody house. I need them for when I do investigations in here. So that, when I've built one of those SAF boxes, I'll send you that totally free because you've done donations. And when I've got the parts to do an EM pump. I'll build you an EM pump. No, I don't sell them. I'll give them to people who donates. Where are you?
If you things.
Hello, who said Steve? Mel said Steve. Hello. That's my name. Who called me?
Video. Wait. Visit. Wait.
Dead.
No, I ain't got to find the parts to build them yet. I know I have got the parts, but I've got to find them. Well, I sorted all these drawers out earlier, and I've still got 2 more drawers down there to sort out yet.
No. Young.
Have you said Lindsay's name yet, Spirits? I've not heard it. Something about like. Big like. Are you giving me a big like? Oh, that's Paranormal Wales, ain't it?
He's open.
You made that copies.
You need to add me on Facebook. Paranormal Wales. Add me on Facebook.
That's it.
Wait. Who's this? Trick.
Yeah, add me on Facebook. Be quick, so I'm going to remove the link. Add me on that.
Okay.
Last.
Cool.
Sorry, Michael, that message is supposed to be for Paranormal Wales, which I sent you about those SAF boxes.
No.
Nice.
I think I found you.
The 9.
Well, I've got Paranormal Wales on there. I sent a message, but it said that you can't take the message right now. No, look, I've got you on here. I sent you a message.
Well, and read it. That is true.
So I don't have Messenger on my PC.
Twice. The cost. Much.
And I don't think I've got Messenger on this one.
Employee. Zurich.
Said Zurich. Zurich's not here at the moment.
This one.
Messenger.
Yeah.
No problem. Wrong. This. A Mac.
Stop. You see this?
That's something.
Nah, I'm not getting anything from Steve.
I am. I'm getting loads.
Slide.
How?
Chops. Bullshit.
See.
Disagree. You. Ring. Do we have to understand? It's two. Rest. What? Think. Oh my. When's me? Welcome. Right. That's you. Bye. Connect. Shoot. Easy. Well. Tip. It's just. Take right. Let you.
Oh, this fucking tablet.
There. Look at it. Okay. Your day.
Albert. What about Albert? All right, catch you later. Wales. Michael saying he was going, or am I just getting confused? Yeah, I still got the static detector. Yeah, I was doing a stream with all my gear earlier, and a lot of my stuff's broken down. I've got to repair it. Right, thanks, spirits. I'm going to close off the ghost box for now.
Yeah, I wasn't getting anything. I got a little bit at first, but after that,
I had a lot coming through. I had names. Didn't hit your name, mind you. I did lose concentration because I was sending a couple of messages to that, but yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow night, Saturday night with Travis. We're gonna do our final how to be a ghost hunter stream tomorrow.
if I'm around, I'll definitely keep watching.
Yeah. At least I've got the traps up. That's all we're looking through. Lost concentration there. Too many messages. Draw you away from. Oh god. Yeah, I've done the radio study. I also put like the extension cable and the hiss box switches on.
Okay. Oh, you know me, man. I don't know jack shit about tech.
Yeah, well, I've got a load I need to repair as well. The only thing is, I had a box of glue sticks somewhere, and I can't fucking find them. And I've only got 2 glue sticks in my drawer, so I've had to order some off eBay, off Amazon. And what else did I order off Amazon? I was going to order a new soldering iron, but I've got like 6 soldering irons, so I don't need a new one. What did I order? I know I ordered glue sticks. What's the other one I ordered? Oh, soldering iron tips. Right, I'm going to close my Facebook down now. Right, Lindsay, tell me the most scariest thing that's ever happened to you.
Other than marriage?
Yeah, apart from marriage and having kids.
Scariest thing that's ever happened to me that I can think of off the top of my head without racking through so many memories. Well, it's actually not the scariest, but it's one of the scariest. It's the first time I've ever actually done an investigation, and I ran because it frightened the shit out of me. A buddy of mine used to, his dad owned a convalescent shop that would sell wheelchairs and stuff to disabled people through medical care and stuff. And above it, there was empty apartments that they owned also, but they didn't use them for anything. And my buddy kept telling me that they were haunted. I was like, nah, man, let's go there and find out. So it's about 5 or 6 at night, and it's in high summer, so there's still sunlight out, and it's not really too dark, but it's dusk. You can still see through the windows when you go in and everything. And I'm walking around through there, and I got a flashlight still yet because, you know, it's getting dark. And I'm using it to see because it is a little dark, but not dark. Checked through every room, turned around to walk out because I didn't see anything or anything. And it got really cold behind me as I get to the stairs. And I turn around, and even though there was like a door a foot in front of me on each side that I could see light coming through, the other 4 rooms back did not have any light coming through them, which was really weird because I was just in those rooms. They should have had light coming through the windows like the other 2 rooms. And I take my flashlight and I'm trying to shine it down the hall, and it will not go past that blackness. And so with my flashlight, I kind of roll it down the hall to see, if I could see it. And I can hear it hit the wall, but I couldn't see the light whatsoever. So I just hightailed it out of there. And a couple of days later, I went back with some friends and got my flashlight, and it worked perfectly.
Weird. I've had a few scary things, but waking up in a frozen state after your dad died, no sleep paralysis, poltergeist activity at my mate Pete's house, being woken up 3 times in one night with vibration on my chest real bad, like shaking, which I found out was my mate David. So he used to like wake me up that way when he was alive, when he used to come in my house. That black manifestation was a bit creepy. So I say all those were like scary, but I think being in my like early teens, I always used to hate walking down Tarkill Lane. So it was so dark, and especially like this time of year when you got all the trees overgrown. There weren't no real daylight. It was there weren't no light down at all. Even the street lights were covered with the trees, because you had to walk either down the pathway or down the roadway, and either way, both the pathway and the roadway were covered by trees. You had like the odd 1 or 2 street lights, but they was quite a distance from each other, and I hate walking down because it always felt creepy. And like there's one time I was walking down there coming home from school, pitch black, 4:30 in the afternoon, and I just kept hearing like footsteps behind me, and I kept turning around to see who was behind me, and I couldn't see no one. And like I would, at the time I didn't class that as paranormal. I just thought it was someone following me, kind of thing. So I started running. I got to the end of the lane, and as I stopped, I turned around and I saw something like dart past one of the trees. I thought it might be one of my mates fucking around, because I wasn't really into the power. Well, I didn't even know about paranormal in them days, but that was a bit freaky actually. I've had quite a few different paranormal incidents. And I still have it now, to this day, I am fearful of the dark. I don't like being out in the dark on my own. Well, I have been out on the odd occasion, walking around at night time, to get some fresh air because I can't sleep. Gone around a big estate and walked all the way around, and it actually leads at the back of the cemetery. And I walk past there, and I feel like I'm being watched and followed sometimes, but I don't think like there's anything negative around here. But it can be a bit freaky sometimes, a bit scary. No, I don't like being out in the dark, to be honest with you. But once I finish doing my bushcraft camp, I will be spending the night up there, try to confront that fear. Now, the thing is, even when I am up there, the brain can like trick you into hearing things, can't it? So,
It can, yes.
Like a rabbit could run past and snap a twig or something, yeah? Got ponies up there. You could hear a pony walking around, and you might think it's someone that's trying to like keep up behind you. Now, when I do go up there, I'm going to just do my little live stream up there if I can inside my cabin. But that's all I'm going to be doing. Like, I'm not going to go out and walk around the fucking woodlands at night because, like, you know, there's just too many branches and what they're called bramble, which you can easily trip over. If you trip over one, you've got a twig sticking out, a branch, you might impale yourself. So when I do it, it's just going to be inside the shelter when I do it.
I wouldn't mind going and just going out and doing some camping stuff. Yeah. Other than on and off here, I'm kind of burnt out and done with the paranormal. I've been for a while. When I go up to Alaska, if I am able to get a good cell phone or a good camcorder or something, I'll end up doing some recordings and put them on YouTube for the building and stuff I'm doing up there.
Yeah, but you need internet up there. You're going to get good internet to upload on the YouTube?
I just go to a library. It'll be a while before I have internet. I got to do solar power and stuff first.
Mm. So I've tried to do a live stream over there before, and I didn't get no internet connection at my bushcraft place. But during the evening, it might be a bit better. Don't know. Wait until I go up there next time and try again. I'm going up there maybe Sunday or Monday, depending on the weather. So I've got some tarps I need to put on the roof and on the side. So because I'm doing a stream with Travis Saturday, I could go up there Saturday morning probably, if not Monday. So I've not been up there for 2 weeks, and I've got me trail come up there, which I need to take the memory card out of. I'll change the batteries over.
Well, I've been thinking about going and doing some camping or something, just get a tarp and some rope, take some supplies and head up to the mountains back behind me and set up under some trees for a while.
Yeah, you could do that. That's easily done. I've seen a lot of videos where people just go up there, they get a tarp, or you can build yourself an A-frame shelter. Don't need a tarp, just go up there and get two branches with the V shape on them, pound them into the ground, get a long one to put in between, to run along, and let's get a bit of pen and paper. No, I can't find pen and paper. So you've got like the two branches like that, yeah?
Yeah.
And you have your branch going like that. And then what you do, you get a load more branches and put it across. So it's like, it looks like an A like that. And then what they do, they get the old foliage from the oak trees, and sometimes they cover that over to stop, any cold or rain coming through. And then they cover the ground with the foliage as like a matting. And that's what a lot of people do in Canada and Alaska. I've even seen do it in the snow. They've got nice warm clothes on. They just like layer the ground with some twigs. Then they put the foliage on, and then they put a sleeping bag, and then jump in the sleeping bag and spend a night or two up there cooking. That's what got me interested in doing this. I thought, well, I wouldn't mind doing that, building myself a little shelter, especially if I start going out and doing some more melt detecting sometime. So I asked my landowner if I could build myself a shelter, and he says, yeah. But he didn't realise how big it was until he came over one day. He goes, "Fucking hell, Steve, that's big in it." I said, "Yeah, is that all right, or do you want me to, shorten it?" He goes, "Nah." He goes, "Do whatever you want, mate. Feel free to do whatever you want. Got the run of the place." And he actually cut some trees down because I was running out of stuff on the floor. But over here, the trees over here are so bendy and crooked. You ain't got no proper straight trees over here. Not where he is anyway. So I've had to make my camp at more kind of out of shape stuff, and that's why I've had to go around and mud pack it to fill up a lot of big gaps. Right, Jamie.
Shit. There was my camera. I'm thinking, when I get up to Alaska and start building and everything, I'm just gonna do a normal cabin. And if you you can cut boards out of logs and stuff, which is how they make them anyway. Do it with a chainsaw on it. But if you char them, so that they get a slight charcoal on them,
Yeah.
It'll actually prevent them from rotting as quickly, and I can use those for a roof and not have to worry about using a metal roof or anything.
But she's got a big bang from somewhere. No, the cat, because she's in here. That's fucking freaky. Yeah, mine is a bit like a little cabin in one way, but it's not like the way they put the logs, a long ways. Mine is like long ways for about that high, and then I put logs or branches going across it, and I built myself it's like a bed bench in one way. But it's also a storage because, you can lift up some of the wooded branches, and you can put stuff inside it, which I've done because I've got my axe up there, my saws, my knives, firewood. But I've also built myself a proper shelter for my firewood to keep it dry. It's getting on, it's getting pretty good up there, but sometimes I go up there and it's so fucking hot, you don't want to do anything, So I come home earlier than expected. But, I always do videos up there. A couple of weeks ago, not last time, but the time before I went up there and I forgot my bloody camera, so I didn't do anything. I thought, fuck it, I ain't got my camera, so I ain't going to do nothing. Just going to have a cup of coffee and then probably walk around and go home, which I did do. Wasn't worth me doing anything because I like to video the progress of what I'm doing so people can see, what new features or new add-ons I'm doing. So last time I was up there a couple of weeks ago, nearly 2 weeks ago, but what I've done was I put another kind of tarp on the roof, and I pulled all the logs at the back, the ones which they're temporary, and the ones which are there stationary, which are going to be all the time. I thought, there's just too many gaps there. That's going to take me fucking weeks to fill that up. So I thought, no, I'm going to leave it as it is, and I'm going to get myself a big tarp, which I have got now, and I'm going to drop the tarp down to the side, tie it down as best I can. Then I'm going to put more branches and logs and against the tarp, and that should be okay. Because no one's going to know the tarp's there if I cover it up, good enough. But maybe towards the end of the year, I will probably redo the back wall completely. But it means I'm going to have to take all the roofing off, put a new beam up, and try to find as much straight wood I can. But as I say, there just ain't a lot of straight wood there. It's even in the woodlands, behind me, the public woods, which are run by the council, you'd be lucky to find any straight wood there. And even if you do find it, you're going to need permission to take it, because otherwise it's going to be class as like not so much trespassing, but theft, and the council can turn around and say, "Well, hang on a minute, how do you know that that wasn't already cut down? You know, you could have cut that down yourself, and we're going to like prosecute you for like damaging like the woodlands." So you've got to be careful. But where I am, it's on private land, Ron's land, so I can do whatever I want there.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of the same thing here, except they wouldn't. It would just be a fine if you go out on public land and just cut down trees. You can get a permit for it, and it's not that expensive.
Yeah, I really can't. A lot of their woodland over is protected, you know, from the Forestry Commission. You know, you can't go over and like dig holes. You can't milk detect. You can't even pick mushrooms and wild plant life because it's like protected on quite a few things. Although people do it, but you know, if you get caught doing it and the Forestry Commission finds you doing it and sees you doing it, they can prosecute you. So I do it like legally on private land. Like the other week, I was sorting out the shelter, and I could hear like a lot of like talking and like, you know, I could hear like a lot of noise. And I thought, where the hell was this coming from? And it's to the side of me where one of the Ron's horse shelters are, you know, the tin shack things. I thought maybe it was Ron, you know, doing something over there. So, you know, I got kind of like, you know, I've got to go and check this out. So I walked over, and there's two guys with an old wheelbarrow, which was originally there anyway, and they was actually clearing all the junk out, and they was from the Forestry Commission. I thought, that's you making the noise, isn't it? He goes, yeah, why? I said, I thought it's like kids fucking around. You know, I had to come over because you know, I've got permission to be on this land, and like, I thought if it's kids like, you know, being a pain and like, you know, doing something they shouldn't have been doing, I'd have rang the old bill up and reported it. And I said, no, we're just here like cleaning up the junk. And like, you know, I got talking to them for a little bit, and I asked, you know, what kind of trees there, and I said, is there any oak trees there? And he said, no, you know, oak is more of a you know, kind of like indigenous to this place, you know, it won't grow. I thought, of course it fucking grow. All trees grow anywhere. But he said, no, ain't no oak trees there. I said, this is fine, because if you was going to cut some down, I would have asked for some of the wood from it, you know, kind of thing, because it burns quite well, you know. It's like, it's called deadwood. And that wood actually burns a lot better than any other wood. There is some like oak trees on the roadway, which I sometimes go past, but they're not been cut down. But they had the thing that falls off them. What are they called? And I've got one in the kitchen. Hold on. So there was a tree which were dropping a load of leaves on the ground.
Yeah, those are pine.
Pine cones. But you know, this was one of the biggest one. I kept that one, but they're normally like the ones I found were like a lot smaller, probably about a quarter size, just over half the size of this one. So I picked a load of those up, put them in my bag. When I went up there last time, I remembered I had them in my bag, and I took them out, and they burn quite well for firewood. They don't burn that long, but they do burn. Well, all wood burns, but you know, that actually helps catch damp wood on fire a bit better.
What I used to do when I lived in Idaho was I would go and out to the pastures and stuff, because they have free range cattle there. Basically, it's just you let their cattle run and I would pick up the dry patties of cow poop, and that stuff burns better than.
So there's plenty of like wood over there, which I can take and use as firewood. Because I've got like a shelter that big and about that high. Talking about 3 foot high, full of just like crap wood. And so I use that for like firewood. And if I need any more, there's plenty around. And because we've had a lot of wind over here as well, gales, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a few trees down again. And I won't be surprised if there's 1 or 2 leaning against my shelter. I'll just hope my shelter hasn't been blown down and destroyed. So I've definitely got to go up there either Sunday or Monday. I was thinking about going up there Saturday actually, but I don't know yet. Because what is it today?
Friday now, isn't it? So if I was to go up there, I'd have to go like to bed very early tonight, Friday night. Because I normally get up for like 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
And now when I'm up at 6 o'clock, man, it's bloody tiring. You get up, you get dressed, you get your gear sorted out. You go on, go down the road, get the bus. It's an hour travel. Sometimes I try to doze off, but it's hard to sleep on the bus, so I just keep myself awake. Then when I get off the bus, it's about a 7-minute walk. So I've got a long road to walk down. Then I can either go through Ron's land itself by going over the gate or whatever. So he goes and gave me the key for the gate, and I can jump over it or go around the other gate and then go through the actual main pathway where it's got all the horse stables and that, and walk down there and then jump over the other gate. Then you've got a small field I'll walk through. Or I can just go round the back entrance through the public woodlands until I get to roughly the end bit of Ron's. Then I'll just go through the little short path, jump over the fence, and then walk back to where my cabin is. I say it's a cabin. I call it a cabin, but it's a shelter, like just a plain shelter. I've got my little Irish mascot toy up there looking after the place. And I'm pretty sure I've got rodents in there because I went to make coffee up there one day and I noticed that 2 of my coffee sachets have been chewed upon by mice. So I started putting some mice traps down. One of them was set off. Cheese had gone, but no mouse was on the trap. And the other 2 traps were still like okay with cheese on. And I've been leaving them up there each week, but they're not been setting off. So I thought, well, maybe the mouse has got wise and thought, well, hang a minute, I don't want to be killed. I'm going to leave. But I've had a good time up there. I've learnt different things. Learnt about building. I'm not really good at learning about knots and stuff. I just knot it the way I want to knot it, kind of thing. I have spent quite a bit of money up there though. Buying like tools and string and nails and coffee and it does cost a lot of money. But I haven't spent a lot of money over the last few months because I've got everything what I need up there now.
Well, if you're going to do all this work, you're too doing it, man. No better time.
I think once it's actually finished built, I don't think I'm going to be doing any kind of like upgrades on it, until towards the end of the year. Then I'll probably redo the back wall, as I say, and the roof. But for now, I'm just going to put a tarp at the back on the back wall, so it's coming downwards. Probably put another one on top of the roof as well. Because we had quite a bit of rain over here, and it is raining now actually. So, because last time I went up there, one of the tarps sunk in, and water had been getting in. And when I pushed the tarp up, fucking so much water came down and got this hay wet. So I had to put hay in the back, in bin liners, which I planned to do anyway, which I did do. And then I thought, well, I'm going to do the back. But when I looked at all the gaps, I thought, well, I ain't going to do the mud packing on this one. It's just going to take too long. And I've got to do the little window as well. Got to make like a little shutter for that as well. And also with the door, although I've got a padlock on the outside, I've got to put some kind of like secure inside when I'm actually up there, because I don't want someone coming and open the door one day or one night when I'm up there and try and like murder me or, you know, come in and like steal equipment and beat the shit out of me. So I've got to put like some, I've got like these little latches which I'm going to be putting on. So that's got to be done. And also later on in the year, I'm going to actually try and redo the door. I've got like, you know, the wood so I can make the frame. But I need something to actually put in the frame to make the door.
Really, the only thing we need is splashing. Slash some small logs together, make notches in them with your knife, and just lash them together.
I did try that actually, but the lashing I was using was like more kind of like thick wood kind of thing, and the door was so heavy. Like every time I tried to open it, it was like just kind of like it looks like it was going to fall off. And I actually math packed it as well about 3 times. And even that kept falling out. So I thought, fuck it, you know, what I've done it similar to the window. I've made the frame. I put twigs all around the back, at the back. And like, you know, some of them I nailed in, some of them I tied in. And then I've got these like little wooden fences. And I just put those like down at the front to make it a bit more secure.
Really, you're probably use too big of logs for it. I mean, it's not like you have actual like bears and stuff in the UK.
No.
So I mean, really, the only thing you got to worry about is a deer. So if you use a smaller logs, I mean, they don't. You can be like branches this big.
Well, they are like little branches. They're not logs. They're branches. And that's what I used on the first time, and because there was gaps there, I mud packed it to cover all the gaps up. But when I opened the door, it kind of like kept leaning forward, and it's pulling out the brackets on the side.
Yeah, the mud pack made it too heavy. It's really the door is just there for help keep wild animals out. Those are other
wild animals. That's treating fucking humans out as well. You know, I don't want people like peeking through and see who's in there. Although I've got the 2 windows, one on each side, but I've got like these, as I say, it's like these little wooden fencing things that I'm using for like what are they called for like it's like a curtain thing. I can't fucking remember what it's called now, but just to cover the window up, so you know if it does rain, it keeps some of the rain out, and you know possibly keep a lot of the wind out as well. It's like shutter kind of things, but they're not shutters that you open and close. It's just like you can like lift it up and tie it off, and then you can shut it down and then tie it off. You know, there is still work I need doing on it, but no, I can't do it now because it's pissing down the rain. We've had shitty weather for the last 2 weeks, and when it's hot, it gets so bloody hot, you're sweating your nuts off, and like you know, you're drinking a lot of fluids because you're sweating so much, and you know, in the heat, it makes you even more tired, a lot quicker than it should do. You know, so like sometimes it is kind of very difficult to do what you want to do up there, but you know, 28 episodes I've done so far on my YouTube channel. And a lot of people said, like, Steve, you've done a fucking good job there, man. You know, it's taken you a lot of time, effort, it's got you out to do something. It's taught you something. You've learnt something. And I use one of those little firelighter things, yeah. So I'm always lighting the fire through steel and flint. Well, not flint, but steel and ferro rod. And that's how I always make the fire, you know, through fire rod and steel. I don't use matches. At the beginning, the wood was so wet it wouldn't catch, so I was using like one of those blow torches to light them up. But now that, you know, I've got like my own little shelter for the wood. Usually it is quite dry. So I just take it from shelter. And I've also got like a little kind of like shelf inside where I store wood in there as well. So, you know, when I do light a fire, you know, I make sure the wood's dry. So otherwise, if it's wet, it's not going to catch. And I've got like a carrier bag full of dry tinder and wood, and I use like cotton wool. And what I do with cotton wool, I use like it's like a medical cream of petroleum jelly. And what you do with that, I'll get a saucepan at home. I put petroleum jelly and wax and melt it. I mix it together. Then I put cotton wool in and I dip it. So it's like a little cone kind of thing. But I don't actually dip it all the way in. What I dip it like halfway, so it's covered halfway with petroleum jelly and wax. And when I light it, when I'm up there, when I light it with the ferro rod and the steel, it catch the cotton wool alight, then it just burns like a proper candle, and the petroleum jelly makes it stay like a lot longer. Because when you use a normal cotton wool bud, cotton wool ball, strike it, as soon as it catches on fire, you know, it flames up and it's burnt within like about 2 seconds. So what I do is I use a couple of cotton balls, I strike it, get it lit, then I put it on top of the little combs that I've made with petroleum jelly and wax, and then that catches on fire. Then I put like, you know, dry tinder on and like little twigs and stuff like that. And that's how I make my fire, because I've actually made myself like a little fireplace as well.
Yeah.
With-
But, I'm gonna have to hop off here. I'm getting tired.
All right, mate. All right, fair enough. I'm going to go anyway.
Have a good night.
Yeah, catch you later. Probably bored him to tears.
Yeah, so you know, the camp's getting on. Don't really like talking about the camp on him actually, but I do feel like, you know, there is some kind of like spiritual energies up there. You know, UX seeing things on ITC. I don't think there's anything negative up there, you know, even if it is from, you know, way back in the old days, and any of it's like spiritual energy from, you know, the wildlife itself, or from the trees and the ground, you know, from the earth. I do feel I'm protected up there in some way. You know, I've had a few accidents where I've cut my hand a few times, but that's just like being clumsiness, I suppose. But it is a good little hobby kind of thing, you know. And you know, I have spent money out on tools and stuff, but you can go out to a location and just make an A-frame, like I said, you know, out of wood, and put some foliage over it and spend a night over there. You know, you ain't got to spend that huge amount of money. As long as you got, like, you know, the proper gear, you know, like a little kettle, a little kind of like barbecue netting thing, so you can, you know, cook your sausages or pork or ham or bacon on it. You know, if you don't see anything, just check on bushcrafting. You can even do Steve's Bushcraft. You'll see mine on there. And I have, as I say, like bought a wildlife cam up there. We've already caught, which we believe is an apparition of a woman in a hooded cloak. So I'll be interested to find out what we might have caught next time when I go and get the camera, if there's anything on there. Now, it's been up there nearly 2 weeks now, so hopefully it's caught something up there. Just hoping the shelter's still in one piece and it's not falling apart, or no trees have like fallen down and knocked it down. Right, well, I'm going to go as well then. Sorry.
Thank you, Michael, for that again. You don't have to keep fucking donating, man. But as I say, I will send you one of these, but you've got to give me time. Because I've got to find the parts. I know they're all around somewhere. I know I've got the case. I know I've got the switch. I've got to find the buzzer. I've got to find the battery thing. Oh, and you will have to buy one of these from the shop. It's just, you can get them from Poundland. I need to go and buy a small action myself. When that'll be, I don't know. But it runs off like these little battery buttons you can get from Poundland. It's the... I did have some myself, but I don't know what done with them. It's the only working one I've got at the moment. So I'll find yours. This is a CR2032. Charlie Romeo 2032 button battery. And it goes in here. This, you know, yours will be glued down, or I'll use like Velcro like I used to. And you know, your buzzer will be up here. You'll have a little LED there. The microphone is there, microphone sensor, and yours will be like that. It might have a green LED, it might have a blue, it might have a red, it might have a yellow. I don't know what one, because I make them all different colour ones, or used to. And I've got a couple over there which ain't working. So if I get one of them working, I can send you one of those. But if I can't, then I've got to rebuild them. Out. I'm going to bed. Right, I'm going to go, guys. I'll catch you later. If I'm not on tonight, I will be on tomorrow night, Saturday, with Travis. We're going to be doing our last episode of How to Be a Ghost Hunter. So hopefully you'll be around to watch that. Right, night all. Catch you later.